Freebird Spirit YouTube channel. Thanks for swinging by and hanging out for a bit. And just a big shout out and big hugs to all my subscribers and members. Love you. And if you haven't subscribed, do so. Join the join the community here. We have a lot of fun. All right. So today I wanted to look into Merrick Garland. I know that people are starting to get really frustrated. I know that we go through waves of this where, we've been the buildup from frustration. Why aren't we seeing anything? Why aren't we? And so we look into it again and we're like, oh, well, he's doing this, he's doing that. We're getting back to that time again. I noticed a lot of comments all over Twitter, all over all the social media of frustration that we're not seeing anything happening. And so let's check it out. And even some people are starting to lose confidence. Is he really gonna prosecute? Is he really gonna follow through up on this? Like that. So people are even doing that. So I want to take a look, and I keep looking here because my cards are here. But I do want to check in and see what is happening with him, because I know it is super frustrating, and I totally get it because we want to see something happening now. When I've checked in before, I've always felt like, he's building up his case. It needs to be solid. When's the last time you ever saw them take down a president? You know what I mean? So I've always kind of felt that way with that. He's dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's. I feel like he's actually ahead of the game more than we know. And so that's kind of what I'm seeing here. But let's check in now and see what we can pick up on Merrick. He's certainly, what I'm being shown here, he's certainly understanding the frustration. He gets it, but he has to stand his ground and do it appropriate timing. Timing is crucial, is what I'm hearing here. I'm also sensing pushback. What does pushback mean? There's some pushback. Okay, pushback. I'm feeling like anxiety producing, and I'm getting the word pushback. So I'm sensing, wow, there's some layers to this, guys. And I'm not quite sure. Woo. She's stepping on my computer over here. In regards to, I don't know if this would be someone shadowy. Someone shadowy trying to give pushback, and it's producing anxiety, but he's standing his ground. He most certainly is. I'm getting a good sense that he's most certainly going to be indicting Donald. Even though there's pushback on not to from somebody. I don't know where this is coming from. But let's go ahead and throw some cards. So I'm going to go ahead and pause it, throw the cards so you don't have to deal with all that. And then you're going to be looking at the cards with me. Okay, so hold on. Okay, here we go. And hopefully the lighting is not too bizarre, but Hope you can see these. I mean, I try all different types of cameras and all kinds of things. So hopefully this looks better than what I'm looking at here. Anyways, good news so far. Looking at this, as I was throwing it down, I'm like, whoa, okay, the first card out was judication. Okay. And then on either side, you have the thief here and the house here. And so that tells me they're working on that solid case. He is not letting this go. Like on here, you have the thief and the mature male in regards to Donald, and that message here. So the message coming in is information, news in regards to this thief. The expectation right next to that, that's good. That means this is the news that we need, or what we need. Right here you have the unexpected income. So so I feel like literally to bring what he wants to bring, a solid case, he needed this solid information, and because people are expecting that. He understands that this case needs to be solid. And I know I keep saying that, and you think they should have a bunch of solid, they should have solid enough. And I believe that too, but you can see kind of how this is working out. And down here we have mature man, main female, and distant horizons. And I don't know who this main female would be in regards to this, because she also is connected to this expectation and messaging and knowledge of some sort. So, but she's also connected to this mature man. So is it someone he knows that will bring in some of that solid foundation that they need, that will make this solid and long lasting, right? Okay, so I'm going to throw another layer here, but let's take a look. Okay, so we have, yeah, so she's definitely, there's expectation there. His connection. Yeah. Okay. Let's take it another layer. So I'm going to pause. All right. So again, here's that next layer. And you see right here in the middle, you have the world. And that is success, that's fulfillment, and that's what he wants. And you can see this whole middle lane here. He wants to make sure, as the expert and, the professional, the advisor, the authority, coming in with that authority, he wants to make sure he has that. He doesn't want to come in half-assed. And but look here, this is kind of what he's been working through right here, this lane, that 2 swords, the moon and the chariot. There's been some challenges, almost like a, I don't know, stalemate feel to this. It's like, okay, do we have enough to move forward? Do we have the strength? It seems to be some opposing forces here, and that's what I was tapping into. There's somebody opposing him, and then you have the moon here, and the moon is over top, if you remember, the thief. So when you're looking at that, the moon and the thief together, that's betrayal, that's deception. It also talks about that anxiety feeling a little bit that I was talking about when I first stepped into this energy. But this has been difficult. It hasn't been an easy process. This one's over top of the message. So this is over top of some information and making some decisions. It was difficult, do we move, how do we move forward with this information? Because it's big. And with the moon here, it's like, yeah, you need to continue to go on down that path because it will clear up. But at this beginning, it wasn't as clear as we would hope, even though we're going, oh my gosh, even what we're being shown on TV, it should be clear, right? So I totally get that, but there's other things, because to really bring a strong case, there's something else going on here. So we may throw some just cards on that. What is going on here? Who is doing that? And then you move over here. This is all really moving into some really good energy here with that Ace of Wands, and that's providing a new direction, moving forward. And you have the Six of Cups here, so it's almost like, yeah, here's what you need. This is what we've been waiting for to really move in this direction. This is that house. This is that solid piece we needed. This is exactly what we needed to bring it forward. So yeah, you have this connection here, the Chariot, the King of Swords, and the Page of Cups. So he's doing the right thing, even though it doesn't feel good because it's taking so long. Distant horizon. It seems like it's like, what? But he's standing his ground, and that's what I got too, because it needs to be the right timing and everything. Because before it just wasn't quite enough here, but with this piece coming in, it's going to make the case. Even though there was enough for this or that, or a little here, a little there, this is what he wanted. Okay, so I'm going to pause it here again. All right, so here's the next layer, guys. And this is very interesting. It gives us a little insight of what Merrick himself is kind of working through. And up at the top here, let's see if we can get it in the picture. I'm sorry. I'm doing the best I can, guys. All right. You have kind of what is on his mind, like what kind of his thoughts and processes and stuff that he's going through. So why is that doing that? Okay. You have Just Breathe, you have Transformation, and Birds here. And I feel like a lot of his processes, like, you have a way of doing things. You acknowledge this is how you do this. You follow this structure. You do A, then you do B, then you do C. And that's how it's always done. However, in this situation, there isn't something that has been done priorly, right? We know that. And so it's like, okay, how do I make this work? And you have the Two Swords here, you have Just Breathe, and then underneath there you have the letter, the messaging, and that kind of thing. It's like, okay, then it moves into that transformation here, and it says yesterday doesn't fit you anymore. So you really need to move away. He had to work through and move away his preconceived built-in A, B, C. Does that make sense, you guys? And he had to maneuver, go a new direction. You see that Ace of Wands there, and you have the birds there. So all this news, all this working it through, and anxiety and like that, he had to create and move in a new direction with all of this. Right? Okay. So right here in the middle, you have, there is movement and progress right here in the middle. Every single card there in the theme in the middle here, you have justification. Yes, he's moving forward with that. Yes, we can rest assured it's going to all take place. Rest assured, he's moving forward with all of this, and including indicting uh, uh, Donald. Okay, so there is movement there. There's going to be a decisive action that is taken. And over here we have the clover, which is keep hopeful. This is all happening for a purpose, and he will take decisive action against Donald. Okay. And here, energy that will be coming in. You have surrender, bouquet, and anchor, and all, which is just beautiful cards in this reading. It's like having to surrender some of this other way of thinking, and you have that chariot here to be successful, to have that victory. Had to surrender some of this stuff that was placed on him. Whoever was pushing him, whoever that was pushing him, we talked about that, and I really want to take a deeper look into that. He had to go, you know what? No, and let that go. And he had to move into fully himself and bring, this is harmony. This is a celebration, a reward, whatever, bringing in that harmony. I feel like it's more of a harmony piece for him in this reading. And then you move over here, and he will be communicating and taking decisive action, and it's stable, it's balanced. He's staying the course. He's staying that course, guys. When you look at across here, you have just breathe, rider, and anchor. So that is progress, movement forward, and it's stable movement. It's not just willy-nilly. Okay. Yeah. So he's had to make some personal changes and through this process. And this is all very good. Yeah. So just breathe. He's going to be taking action. We have to release any narrative that's not like that. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing here. And let me go ahead and boom. So, yeah. Wow. Right. Quite interesting with him. I do kind of want to check and see who do you guys, first of all, we have this female way back here. We had this female come into play here. And also, who is it that has been pushing him? Remember that first came in? We kind of want to know that. So I'm going to pause this and put this away so you don't have to deal with me putting all this away. And I'll be right back, and you won't even know it because it's all paused. All right, you guys, here, so I threw some cards on the question on who this person is. But somehow I went towards, who the female was, right? So who that female was, not the one who, not the one who's putting pressure on Merrick, but who is this female, that this main female that is kind of coming forward? It looked like in the other reading that she would be giving up some information or being a part of like what that big piece of information, that big piece. Like, are we talking about the lady who's taking Donald down? And it just might be. Now, so I asked, who is this? Who is this person? The first card out, and I want you to focus in on here, is this Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords bringing in that, that relationship. So someone that he knows. It's like a relationship. When you have that Three of Swords, it's very personal. And it is super heartbreak. It is conflict, severed ties, breakup, separation. So I do feel that this is it's very personal. And it would have to be, right? It would have to be someone very close to him. It would have to be very personal. So with this, I'm trying to figure out with this new camera how to do this. It's not a new camera to me. I just haven't used it very much. It's just whatever. There you go. So let's start the reading. We start here with Death in reverse. Then we have Justice, Three of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, and Knight of Swords. So two action-oriented cards there. But starting out with the Death in reverse, you have like a real change to something. Or someone who sees that there's resistance to change. They're not willing to make any changes. They're stuck, and there's just zero hope left. There's no hope left here. Hopeless. And then you're moving into, so you're in this hopeless, no hope, don't see any other way out, into the Justice. So because of this, moving into this, like, is this like wanting them to be held accountable because of what they've created, or this, whatever this is, you have right in between this and this hopeless and then heartache, this wanting truth, and balance and accountability for what they've done, the hurt they've caused others. So whoever this person is, right in the middle of it all, also wants justice. Who is this female, you guys? Okay. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. Will that give us any more information on who this might be? All I know is, there's some competition with that Knight of Swords feeling. There's with the Knight of Pentacles. They've been waiting for a long time for some type of change here, some type of justice, but it hasn't happened. And they just kind of react to their own pain for justice. Who does that sound like to you guys? There's a couple women in his life that I could think of for that. Who could that be? And is it Melania? I don't think so. It would make sense that it could be her, but I don't think so. Is it that other daughter? Would she have that type of? Yeah, I don't know. Am I making stuff up, you guys? Is it his daughter? So I'm getting a yes on that. Is it Melania? Getting a no on that. So let's take a look. I'm going to go ahead and switch back. So yeah, so interesting, right? So let's take a look. Let's see what the cards say. If we say it's that daughter, I don't know. This is how, sorry, you guys. What's his daughter's name? Tiffany? Tiffany? Look at that. Look at that. I might have just popped something out of my head. Tiffany. Wow, you guys. Wow. Holy cow. Could be. Look at this. Look what I'm looking at. I have the Four of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups in reverse right there in the middle. She can't get over something. She's not getting over something in the past. Feeling left out in the cold. You have that Four of Swords. She's like, the Four of Swords is right after the Three of Swords, right? So you're trying to recover from the pain that has been given, but yeah, this is not getting over that pain. And this is her taking action. Do you think it's Tiffany, you guys? Wouldn't that be interesting? Because she, at times I thought, well, maybe, before, like, I would think, oh, she doesn't really like her dad, right? But then you see her on stage and taking, standing right next to him and acting so proud. So then I'm like, oh no, she still likes him or whatever. Well, if it's not Tiffany, I mean, the pendulum said it was. Is it Tiffany? Tiffany. Still getting a yes on Tiffany. This is brand new. I got it. It's handmade. Isn't that gorgeous? Handmade. Just pretty. Different one. I don't see my other one. Oh, here it is. Just keep asking her. I barely use pendulums, but I think they're kind of fun. So, yep, I'm getting a yes on that one too. So, okay. Well, I think I've held you hostage long enough on here. I hope that's helpful in kind of in regards to Merrick Garland and where he kind of is at. And not to worry, just breathe. He's going to be taking action. It's going to happen. Just hold on. There are certain things that, he was waiting for. And I've been saying that all along, you guys, that, and so anyway, I hope that's helpful. I'm giving you all a big hug, and we'll see you all next time.